It's working this time. No frame drops.
We're in the clear. Yes, finally, I can play this again. Yay! Hello everyone, TailsFan109, and yeah, I think my hypothesis on what was wrong with streaming yesterday was accurate. It seems like YouTube's streaming server was a bit on the weak side yesterday. It had nothing to do with my end, but YouTube's end. But hey, it looks like everything's actually okay. So, finally. So let's go into the game at last, because it looks like it's actually gonna work this time. So now I can actually say hello to Angelis, Lola, Angelica, Supersonic Richie, Cavs, Travis. Hello. Okay, so the final exam. Yeah, I remember dabbling a little bit in this on the last few minutes of the last stream I did of this, but I did not go over anything after that, so I'm probably still gonna be very rough off with this here final exam. I do remember we got through the first room. So let's just get right into it. The horrors of Kaizo. I don't know what was going on with YouTube yesterday, but yeah. Do you love DuckTales? I honestly haven't watched DuckTales, the old or the new one. Oh, that's right, I have to wait. So let's just go and enjoy the failures of final exams. This is the final exam. But there's more to the game after this, because there's 40 exits, and this would only make number 34, so I don't think we're quite done after this level, unfortunately. I kind of want this one to be over. This one's been kind of a rough one to play. I hate that part. I hate that part so much. I remember hating that part from last stream. Ugh, it's just so, ugh. I wish I made time to watch my previous stream to see just exactly what I did in this segment and what the entirety of the first room is like, because I don't honestly remember much. So I'm afraid I'm going to be failing this part quite a bit. Oh no, I lost it all! Darn it, I lost all the momentum. And that means I have to do it again. To pass this final exam, you need a score of 100. Oh, darn it! I've heard good things about DuckTales, but I've also heard the new one is a story-driven show, and quite frankly, I do so much animating that the last thing I ever think of doing is watching a story-driven show. That's a troll! Because I feel like to watch a story-based show, I need to give up animating for a time to commit to it. Because otherwise, I don't have anything else to cut time on. I mean, I can't skip rehearsals to watch a show. I can't skip working. So, the animating would have to go. And I know everyone wants the animations, and I want them too. So, that wouldn't be the best thing for me to do. So, I don't really watch a lot of shows because at least the story-centric ones are a bit too much of a time commitment for me personally. I always feel like I should be using my time to do other things, I guess. No, I'm not giving up animating. I'm just going into the reasons of why I don't watch story-based shows. Because it feels like such a big time commitment that the only way I can make time for it is to give up something. And unfortunately, if I was to watch a story-based show, The only thing that I could give up time on is the animating, because everything else is kind of an obligation to other people. I don't like that part. You must listen to the entire conversation, Cavs. If you do selective listening, you'll take things out of context. So I don't really watch story-based shows, which means I don't really watch anime, because a lot of anime is story-based shows that go on for like hundreds, possibly thousands of episodes. Just feel like I gotta spend my time creating instead of just watching. Cavs, I didn't say I was giving up animating. No, after the big snowstorm, we haven't really gotten any more snow, but the snow we've gotten hasn't been melting. So no, it's all old snow by now. That part is so frustrating. But if you don't want me to give up animating, just make sure you never try to rush me, because if you rush me, I'm liable to get burned out again. The last time I got burned out, I had to stop animating for 2 whole months to recover, because I had no creativity flowing through me anymore. So make sure you never rush me, because if I get rushed, I might become too tired to work on it again. And I don't want that to happen again. I really don't. It became necessary at one point because I pushed myself too hard. When will Snow Fox? You can't just ask that question. You should know by now, I never have the answer until it's actually ready. You see, when you ask that, you're rushing me. And when you rush me, you tire me out. And when you tire me out, you make me not want to animate because I'm burned out. You don't want me to burn out, so you shouldn't ask those questions, Cavs. It doesn't do me any good. It doesn't do anyone any good. They come out when they come out. Until then, they have no defined release dates. Why he come back? If you want the animations to come out, the best you can do is be patient and just use your time doing something other than waiting. When Snow Fox is finished, it'll come out. When that will be, I don't know. So I can't give you an answer other than when it's done, so just be patient. Oh gosh. Hi, Kabuko King. Kabuko. 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 I wonder how long it'll take me to get through the first room this time. There's 7 rooms total, so we're gonna be here a while. Whoops! Ugh. Woo! Woo! Can't even focus on those numbers on the right that are supposed to help me because I'm too busy looking at what I'm already doing. There's too much going on to pay attention to the details the game's giving you to try to be helpful. I mean, it works when it was in the practice training levels, but in the actual exam, you just can't really look at that information to help you. Okay, where do I start with that point? There's so many blocks. Ow. Well, I'm excited to get them out when they come out. I don't like having too long of a gap in between animations. I'm always so excited when one comes out that I sometimes wish the standalone animations I make were a bit shorter, but at this point I get too detailed with the scripts now, and even I'm gonna call it, Snow Fox might be the longest standalone animation yet. It's looking like it's gonna be longer than Sonic's Dilemma, so it's a lot. Oh my goodness, I hate that part. I have to be like a centimeter more to the left or something. Was there anything after that? I don't remember what's after that, actually. Oh no. If anything at all. Maybe the door's just right there. Oh my. Well, I did not realize I had P-Speed. Darn it! That part is really tight. I wonder if I remember anything about the second room. We did get to the second room last time I streamed this. There we go. Okay, now what? Now what? Now what? Okay, oh, that is the first room. Okay, we did it. We did the first room. Very good. Oh no, not controlled. I hate controlled flight. I forgot this was controlled flight. Oh, I'm so bad at controlled flight. Maybe I should use this area to practice. Imagine if we could just go up here to skip it. Nope, they thought of that. Yes, but how much of that progress I'm gonna get done per month is never a guarantee. Like, I got a lot done this month, but last month, but this month I can end up getting like only a quarter of that amount done. Look, any number of things could happen. I could have a family member that dies like tomorrow, and then I stop everything I'm doing because, well, a family member of mine just died. Or maybe something happens at work and I gotta work overtime. Or maybe the power goes out. Any number of things can happen. And when that stuff happens, it cuts out of animating time because, well, the world is not solely based on me animating. If something happens, then I gotta let it take its course. I figured out the progress based on how far into the script I got. No, because Gary's Mod seems a lot more limited and, quite frankly, a lot more complicated. Gary's Mod wasn't really made for animating, unlike SFM, which, well, is made with animating. I need to get reacquainted with this, because I don't actually... Oh, okay, it was tapping B that slows me down. Gotcha, okay. No, but that's like an example, and it's probably going to happen soon. I have a very old grandfather, and no one thinks he's going to survive the rest of the year. So, I might have a funeral on the way. And again, if stuff like that happens, well, don't expect I'm going to make as much progress in that particular month as I have in other months. I don't feel like you can make as serious an animation, and it definitely wouldn't be as professional. I'd probably hate animating on Gary's Mod, honestly. The reason SMG4 did it was because, well, one, that style can work for the humor for SMG4, but also that show most likely started before Source Filmmaker even existed. It wasn't an option prior to 2012, I think it was. But if you want me to keep making emotions as heartfelt as I try to, I just don't think that's possible on Gary's mod, because I don't have the animation tools necessary to push it to the limit. It's more limited. And in my opinion, it looks infinitely more difficult. I never understood the physics gun in Gmod. Never once. No way would I do my animations on Gary's mod. It would only make my animations worse. It wouldn't make them better. This is gonna take a while. I know it is. Okay. Oh, come on. I mean, when someone's in their 90s and it's noticeable their health is failing, you can kind of take a pretty well-educated guess. Once someone gets old, it's usually not too difficult to tell. This is not gonna be fun. I already know it. Oh, come on, just let me get past that. That depends on a number of factors. You never know exactly when someone's going to die, but you can usually take a guess based on their health at a particular age. Or they have any other illnesses in their life. Like, if someone has dementia, they're probably not going to live quite as long because they're not really able to take care of themselves because of how much they forget. And also, there's some months where I go on a vacation. If I go on a vacation, I don't usually have nearly as much time to animate, and that also slows things down. February is also a short month. So that alone means less animating done because there's less days to do it in the month. And then sometimes I get an artist block and I just can't figure out how to get something to look right, and that slows animations down significantly because I'm not getting anything done because I can't figure out how to get it done. Again, there are so many factors that come into play. I'm not going to get the same amount done every month. I need to be lower. Hi, McKaylee. There we go. I was too low. Why do I need to turn? I'm scared. Don't make me do that, please. I will fail it. Oh, come on. Will do, McKaylee. Just know they take a lot of time. So if it's been a long while since I last made one, don't worry, they just take time. To visit family, not necessarily. And some people love vacationing in the cold. They love going on the mountains and going skiing, that sort of thing. Superland looks like a Lego game. I guess I can understand that. I mean, it's basically a land built by the imagination of a kid, story-wise. What was that, Mario? What are we doing? How much time? That's not something I have to answer. That's more of a personal thing, I think. Whenever I go on vacation, and for how long is sort of my own little personal thing. I don't believe in sharing every detail of life on the internet. It's important to keep some personal stuff fully private. Otherwise, people just get all in your life and you don't get a moment's peace. And personally, someone should never state when they're going on vacation and where on the internet, because that leaves room. I've heard stories of like hackers or something like that messing with someone's profile when they're off on vacation and that sort of thing, or using that as an opportunity to figure out where they are, like a stalker. I've heard such stories, so it's important to keep certain things completely private. Like if you're going on vacation, you don't really discuss it until you're already back home. This is the kind of stuff I was told back when I was in high school, primarily when we were going on a school trip to Italy for a week through spring break. Would spend Easter in the city of Rome. Oh, how much time does it take to animate, say 1 minute? That can vary on the complexity of the shots you're doing in that minute, but on average, I'd probably say about maybe, at minimum, 30 hours. Let's say, it could be anywhere from like 16 to 60 hours, depending on how complicated the stuff you're working on is. It's a lot of time. Now think about some of the animations I made that are about 30 minutes in length. So take an average of like 20 hours, multiply it by 30, we're looking at a few hundred hours. And of course, I'm not animating all throughout those 24 hours. About like 8 to 9 of those hours I'm dealing with a working life. And then there's another couple hours of like rehearsals and 8 hours of sleep. And yeah. So usually I try to aim for a ballpark of at least getting 1 minute done of animating per week. If I'm lucky, sometimes I can do more like a minute and a half or even 2 minutes in a week. And then other times things just don't go well and I'm lucky to get 30 seconds finished. More than a whole work week. I'm talking about like a whole week. A whole 7 days. It can take anywhere from like 3 to 7 days. Sometimes things go really well or something's not too complicated and I'm able to get a whole minute done in about 3 days time. Other times it could take a week, and if things really go sour, it could take maybe even 12 days once in a while. That's never a fun time though when that happens. Even on the weekends, I'm not animating the entire day, or I'd eventually get too tired to work on it. Oh, I've worked for I've worked on animating up to 10 hours a day every now and then. Particularly when I was in the job searching phase, I spent a lot of time animating. Mario's dying all the time because he is dealing with possibly the cruelest final exam to have ever existed. And this exam wants Mario to only get 100. This exam will not accept anything less. And consequences are severe for not getting 100. Jeez, I don't like this. I hate controlled flight so much. This is one of my least favorite things to do. It's not. But I mean, it's called the final exam, so it's not like it's supposed to be easy. How do I turn while in flight? I don't know. I gotta figure this out. Well, that's including the drive to and from work. How does it work? I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. What? I'm trying to figure out how to turn. Okay, like that. I need both run buttons held down. That's kind of weird and annoying. That didn't work. I need to keep practicing this. Alright, I think I get it. Well, that will be the case if people watched every video that YouTuber makes. Unfortunately for me, people generally only watch my animations, so it's something, but it's definitely not enough to just live on alone. If I wanted YouTube to make enough money so that I didn't have to work any other jobs, simply put, everyone that watches my animations would have to watch all of my gameplay videos as well. Then I'd be making a ton. As it stands, if it's only like 12 videos that everyone watches, it'll get you some money, but it won't put you above the poverty level. The thing is, if people don't care to watch your other stuff, there's not a whole lot you can do about that. I don't like that part. What's a spring? You mean like an animation that takes place in springtime? Well, I don't. Well, with the projects I have right now, I don't think I could get something like that done in time. I think I need to watch someone do this. I think I'm gonna watch someone do this because I don't think I'm gonna figure this out anytime soon. Hello? Okay, there we go. I'm just gonna watch someone do this really quickly. Because I need to see if it really is what I fear it is. Let's see. Because I hate controlled flight. I never liked controlled flight. Okay, that's different from what I've been doing. Okay, no, you don't... Oh, okay, it's not telling you to turn around, it's just telling you to slow down. Okay. Oh gosh darn it, there's a lot to this section. Okay then. Yeah, that's not gonna be fun. Ow. What's the poverty level? I'd have to look it up, but I think it's something like $34,000 a year. Nope, that didn't work. I messed that up. But if you were curious on what the poverty level is, you could look it up yourself, and you'll find the answer. Okay, what was going on? I just hope there's no more cape stuff after this room. Because I'm sure most other things for me would be a little easier than controlled flight. Oh, bye, Mikali. Go faster! I'm afraid to make you go faster, Mario. Because I'm worried we'll just run right into that without enough time to stop. Oh, jeez. Poked a hole in Mario's cape. Press R instead of jumping off? I don't believe so, no. Okay, why was I having so much trouble getting Mario to fly back up again? I don't understand. Nope, okay, it was Mario's stomach. I was wondering if it was gonna be his stomach or his cape that would burst. Ow! 34,000 for a family of 4. Well, I was technically somewhat right. No, R does not kill you. See? I'm pressing R, and it's not killing me. Though I think I've heard of some hacks that have that sort of thing. I am not getting through this room. This is impossible. No! I'm going to practice again. Okay, no, it is possible. I'm just really failing. I knew it! Oh, 14,000 for an individual person. Well, the record still stands. I believe I made slightly less than that off of YouTube for 2025, so... yeah, it still stands. In order to really go above the poverty line, people would have to watch more than just my animations, and that's not something I can ask of people because, well, lots of people most likely aren't going to be interested. Come back next week? I'm not gonna be streaming next week. You see, that is my vacation weekend. Gonna be off on break from work, and I made plans for that weekend. Oh, darn it, I was actually doing good up until that point. Bye, Sonic Boy. Yeah, next time. Next time will be in a couple of weeks. As long as YouTube servers don't go down, I'll be back 2 weeks with the stuff. It would be nice if I could be in a different level by that point. Can't this be easier? He retracted all of his messages? Whoa, what's going on? That's a lot of retracted messages. What? Let's see, I've been in this room for about 24 minutes so far. And no signs of legitimate progress yet. This has gotta be one of the things I'm worst at in this. Oh, come on! I feel like I'm getting slightly better at that, at least. It looks closer to what I should be doing to get by. And, of course, I failed Mario's flight again. Oh gosh. Nope. Not good enough. Why? Because it's very clear that's not what they're interested in. That's it. That, and I've never asked people to really do anything, so guess it's just not in my nature, I guess. Besides, most of the time when people go on the gameplay videos, it's literally just to ask when the animations are, as if they have a right to demand it. I once had someone say my channel's dead because I didn't release an animation in like 4 months. Despite the fact that I was still uploading gameplay videos the whole time. The fact is, that's not what people come to this channel for. I do it for the fun of it. I've been doing it that way since high school, so I'm like, I want to keep doing it that way. It's clearly not a good business prospect, but I just enjoy doing it, so I still do it. But if it was my sole job, I probably would have had to make a second channel or just stop doing that stuff a long time ago. Problem is, I never planned this channel in the full mindset of business. Oh, whoa. Okay, what was that? What was that? It's like Mario got sucked under or something because he refused to push up for a long while that time. No! Thwimps! jeez. No! Oh! Alright, Sonic Boy. That's what you wanna do. Nope, I knew that was going to happen. Will I ever escape this room? Oh, now he does it right. The one time it doesn't matter, he does it right. Nope, I knew it. I knew I failed. Well, a customer is technically purchasing something. If they're not purchasing something, they're not technically a customer. No, I never had a second channel. I've always done everything in one. Granted, I didn't start doing the animations until around 2019, and by that point I had so much stuff on my channel that, yeah. But the fact is, when most people demand that stuff, they're not doing it as a customer. They're doing it like you're a slave, a servant to their entertainment. And many people can say that stuff in kind of a hurtful way. Like, just do this. Nobody cares what else you do. They don't see you as a person. They see you as a means to their own wants. I have seen people like that before. It's like saying to an actor that does really good as a villain, you should only do crazy villain roles. You shouldn't do anything else. I want to see villain stuff only. That's not what an actor wants to hear. An actor usually doesn't want to get stuck doing just one kind of role. They want to be able to do other roles. But it's like when people only are interested in you for one thing and demand that you only do one thing, it kind of makes you almost a little resentful of the idea. And unfortunately, if you follow the algorithm, you could get stuck doing only one thing and then grow to hate the very thing that you do. I couldn't just do that. If I did only that, I'd probably burn out from animations completely. I wouldn't want that to happen. It does. And that's why I enjoyed just doing some other things. It allows me to, you know, do things a little different with my life from time to time, so that I'm not just doing the same thing over and over. Because I'd only do one thing. Well, you'd be surprised. There are some people on the internet that are like that. Like, you want to do some other stuff possibly creatively, but then viewers are like, oh, just do this. That's what we come here for. There's a channel I like watching a lot called Dead Meat. He's a horror channel, and he gets comments like that a lot. And it always kind of disappoints him inside every time he has to read that. It's a very real thing. There are people that insist you only do one thing because that's the thing they like. Oh, man. Ow. Yep. It becomes difficult when that creative pursuit is your living. You do kind of get stuck in that. Anthony Perkins was an example as well. Like, he did so well with Norman Bates' Psycho that I think afterwards he was only basically seen as the psychomaniac for movies. So those were the kind of roles he got. Never really got to do much else. Oh, I was doing so well. I was actually doing well. Well, it's not that I'm stuck. It's that that's like the one thing I really am interested in making. So I'm not stuck in that rut. It's just that I don't think I could have animating being the only thing I do, even if people don't care about anything else I do. No, I love making the stories of Sonic and Tails, and I don't think I could establish a connection with any other set of characters. But it's nice to do something else like this just to do it. So that animating isn't the only thing I do, you know? Aww! I'm getting better, though. We actually are seeing progress now, guys. And gals. I don't know if there's any gals in the room right now. Thank you, Sonic Boy. Ah! Honestly, these streams are kind of a way to get me to commit to things I otherwise probably wouldn't have done. Like, I started doing Mushroom Kingdom Fusion streams because that was a game I always wanted to play, but I always lost commitment by the second world. By doing a live stream, I was actually to push myself into a commitment to actually finish that game for once. And now I'm using it as a reason to play through the Dark Souls games again, because, well, I haven't really replayed them much. I enjoy them, but I never really replayed them again. Oh, okay, I do have a gal. Look at that. Guys, gals, and anything in between, because I don't even know what words would be used to describe anyone in between that. I am not knowledgeable on that. Oh, shoot, that was an accident. I didn't mean to do that. No! I let go of the run button for a split second, and it sealed my fate. Ugh. Oh, come on! Mario, you're gonna have to tell me what I'm doing wrong, because I don't know why I'm having trouble getting you to fly when I slow down. When I slow you down. Oh, wasn't slow enough. What a pity. Freddy well, simply put, I don't care the slightest bit about Freddy Fazbear. I've never even played a Five Nights at Freddy's game because I was never interested in them. When I started getting into Resident Evil games, I thought about possibly doing a Resident Evil thing for a time, but I also realized I knew like nothing about the lore because I only played like the first 2 games when I started thinking about that, and there's probably a lot of stuff that I don't know. And I still don't know because I still have so many games to play, and well, then that just kind of subsided when I started getting into some stuff like Code Veronica, where it just felt like the story was getting stupid. I don't like Code Veronica's story. But yeah, for the most part, it's the Sonic characters that I'm primarily attached to fiction-wise. Which is why I do stories with them, because I feel the absolute most attached with the Sonic characters, and it's not even a contest with anything else. Then I'd have to figure out how to animate the Resident Evil character models, and oh boy, I imagine that's actually more difficult than animating Sonic characters for some reason. I'm probably wrong, but I don't know. But then it's like, what do I do? How much do I really know about Ada just from playing Resident Evil 2 and 4? Is there anything else to learn about the character? That sort of thing. I've actually been trying to, like, just let's play a whole bunch of Resident Evil games so I can like have experienced everything. I was initially just doing the mainline games at first, but after learning that one of the main characters in Resident Evil 9 Requiem is the daughter of a character from Resident Evil Outbreak, I was suddenly like, yeah, maybe I should play the spin-offs too. I wanted to get Resident Evil Dead Aim physically so I wouldn't have to emulate it in a Let's Play, but the retro game store I went to earlier in January didn't have it, and I checked online and it's like $100. I'd rather not spend that on the internet, but I don't know, I might have to play Dead Aim on emulation. I do have a physical copy of Outbreak. I'm a little worried because I don't know how well design of a game it is as a single player campaign. I've heard that the character AI in the single player games are pretty bad. Ugh. Ow. Oh, I wasn't high enough. I just don't want to put all that money on, like, one of my credit cards. I'd rather not use too much of my credit limit and potentially drop my credit score, because my credit scores are actually really good right now. I wouldn't want to tamper with that, and I'd feel more comfortable just, like, spending the cash hard on physically. That, and you get a game online, and you never know if you're actually getting a good copy, or if you were actually lied to, and it's a bad copy that doesn't work anymore. You can tell I've suffered that experience once or twice by getting a game on the internet. Even after carefully reading, you learn that you got a misfire. And this retro game store I went to, they did have Dead Aim once before. The problem was I wasn't looking for Resident Evil spin-offs at the time and just ignored it. That was a mistake. I should have gone in it that one time it was there. Because I think it was actually cheaper than getting it online. I think it was only like $70 instead of $100. Gosh, I've been here for like, how long now? 40 minutes? This is still the second room out of 7! There's 7 rooms to this! Oh, I did the wrong thing! I panicked! And I suffered for it. No! Oh my gosh. No! He was too fast! I thought for sure I slowed down enough, but I was too fast! It's fine. I'm at least learning. That counts for something. I'm learning. In Kaizo, just learning one section of a level is enough to be considered progress. I'd like to make some bigger progress, but it's still progress all the same. There, this should be slow enough. Oh, yes! Yes! Room 3! We made it to room 3! And it's a swimming section. You know what? That should be fine. I don't usually find swimming sections all that difficult. Well, that might be different. Of course! Of course! Wow. Kaizo. Oh, are you done? Oh, but I made progress. Okay. Well, if you've seen enough, you've seen enough. The stream will always be available if you decide to watch more. Have a nice day. I ran into a spike. Oh, hi, Earl Grey. Thank you. It wasn't easy, but I made it. And now I'm in room 3. Okay, item swimming. Okay, I'm forgetting what button to let go of. Okay, why can't I let go of the shell? Oh, because it thought another button was held down. Oh, okay. Oh. Okay, grab the shell again. Yeah, I kind of saw that coming. Alright, it's fine. This shouldn't be as difficult as the previous room. Swimming sections for me usually aren't the hardest thing in the world. They usually aren't. I'm usually pretty good at the swimming sections. You keep swimming too high there. Pokemon card pack. I don't really do Pokemon cards though, so I wouldn't be doing that. That's not something I'm interested in. Okay. Okay, it's kind of hard to actually get the shell jump done. I'm trying to get out of the water, but... You know, that makes for a decently difficult shell jump, having to let go up at the right time to get a shell jump in. That's actually kind of difficult, in my opinion. I've never done a shell jump quite like that one before, so that might take me a little bit of getting used to. How? Alright, there we go. No, it's fine. Not good. Oh, I actually didn't die. Nope, try it again. Huh, hey, I'm not dying. Yes, but they're probably also interested in doing that. Oh my gosh, this is actually really hard. This is a really hard shell jump. Oh, I did it! Hey, there we go. Okay, what's next? I don't actually... Oh, come on! Okay, I draw the line at fishing booze. I hate fishing booze! I'm pretty good with swimming. I'm not at all good with fishing booze. What is he doing here? Seriously? Fishing booze? Oh wow, I did that much better this time. Oh, I made it. Yeah, that room was significantly easier. Alright, so this is room 4. Okay. Oh, duh. I just had to hold the jump. How do I... Hello? Oh, you press L and R to die. Okay, it's not just R, it's L and R. Gotcha. Oh. Any day now! Thank you. Okay. Where are Sonic and Tails? They're right here. Well, yeah, but I want to do something that I'm actually interested in doing, and, well, ripping open Pokemon cards isn't it. I vaguely touched on Pokemon card stuff when I was a kid. I wasn't that into it. But the stuff I do differently is playing the games I'm interested in and doing video game live streams, doing Q&A streams when I finish an animation. I've sort of already established the stuff I enjoy doing on this channel. I don't really need to add anything more. It's just the different thing is doing something other than spending every second of my free time animating. Because I did that in the past and all it did was tire me to exhaustion. Oh, whoops, that's not good. Oh, well, I'm definitely not interested in going on to TikTok, so that'll never happen. Oh, I should have waited before, waiting would have been better than halting what I was doing in the middle of something. I missed the nose! There we go. Well, you just have to be you just need to be of the specific audience for it. I'm not, and that's that. So, I mean, I could possibly see the appeal of it, seeing someone open it and seeing if there's any good stuff in there, that sort of thing. Go into details about the potential usefulness of the card and that such. It's just not for me. Well, yeah, but if you do anything for too long, anything can become tiring. Like, you could eat your favorite food for every meal of every day, but eventually you'd probably be bored of it and wish you had something else. Everything in life is in moderation, because if you don't do it in moderation, you grow tired of it. And animation is something that takes a lot of work, so as much as I love doing it, if I do it every second of it, eventually my brain's not gonna handle it well anymore. Okay, so we're going on that saw. Calm down, calves. It's called an opinion. The worst someone could do is get too upset over an opinion. Now, of course, when making an opinion, you should try not to make it sound insulting, but for the most part, it's better to try and keep... Oh, that's a troll. That's the end of this... Okay, this room doesn't seem too bad either. Again, it's not controlled flight, so it's easier. One of these rooms will bring back hard stuff again. I know it. Now, I do admit, one of these days, I would love to create a full feature film of The Worshipper, that horror movie trailer that I randomly created that takes place in Planet Mobius. I would love to do that one of these days, but I understand that's a massive commitment, so I'm just kind of sticking to the animations I create right now. Yes, you might eat chicken nuggets every day, but is it the only thing you ever eat? Like, if you ate only chicken nuggets for 30 days, do you think it would be quite as tasty as before those 30 days? Yeah. That's usually what I do when I finish my animations, particularly the Tales That Bond. Like, I won't work on any projects for a week or two after that. Use that as like a little congratulatory vacation before moving on to the next project, so that when I get back to it, I'm excited to do it again. There we go. Okay, that wasn't too bad either. What are we doing here? Slippery floors. Okay. Alright, well that's at least automatic. We just gotta figure out the timings. So far, nothing is as bad as Room 2 was. Of course, this will have a lot of timing to figure out. But for the most part, it's just sort of automatic, so there's less I have to think. Well, basically, it would be an 80s styled slasher flick that takes place in Sonic's world of Planet Mobius. Made a trailer for it in October of 2024. It's a movie that Vector once showed Tails when he was really young, and it traumatized him. But it essentially concerns someone who idolizes Eggman. This will be before he started creating a big robot empire to try and enslave the world. So you could say would have had some politics interjected in, but just for the excuse of having to become a killer and killing off the various high schoolers around one by one. But yeah, it would primarily be for people who kind of enjoy the old cheesy 80s slasher vibe. And I love 80s slasher movies, so it is something I'd like to do someday, but probably not within the 2020s. No, it wouldn't be political. But it would basically be like saying, oh, people that like Eggman are bad people. You know, 80s slashers, supposedly they interjected some sort of ideas from the Reagan era and such, but they're always so very light on that stuff. Like, it can be seen as a political subtext, but for the most part, it's just used as an excuse to add kills. No, I don't like making things political. But it would just sort of be that thing. A guy represents how he views Eggman as a model. He gets horrifically made fun of. A bad incident happens, and then one day he snaps, dresses up in an Eggman mask, and just starts killing people. While a Dodger Loomis-like detective tries to find him to stop him and kill him before anyone else dies. But no, I don't like making things political. It's just that if I was like thinking of the context of the era would have been made in Sonic's world, that probably would have been like a very loose attempt at a political statement that some filmmakers were trying to make, just disguised under an ordinary slasher film. Yep, but Vector wanted to see the Worshipper because he thought it looked cool, and Tails was there, so it's like, we're gonna watch this cool movie, Tails, and it's gonna be awesome. Apparently in Halloween 5, there's one point where Michael Myers is like wearing this mask that was supposed to be for this girl's boyfriend so that he could trick her into bringing him where he wants to be. Okay, a disco shell. It was originally going to be a mask of Ronald Reagan, but other people in the production team were like, no, that's too political, we're not doing that. And then they just got a different mask. Well, in the Cookie episodes, that would take place when Tails was 3, so his speech was better developed. In the Tails That Bond right now, Tails is only 2, and he will be 2 until the date of October 16th in the storyline when it's Tails' 3rd birthday. Dang it. Okay, this room is a little more difficult, I guess. I say as I make the dumbest mistake yet, which can sort of prove my point, but maybe not for the reasons intended. Jeez. Okay, how do I even reach that spot? Because I'm not supplying any P-speed at that point. Ow. What? How did that miss? Okay, I made it. Was I too high? Well, Vector would have been a little older at least by the time Charming Bee would have been Tails' age, so Vector would hopefully have been a little more wiser. Yeah, that went well. Well, Tails meet Charming Bee. That's stuff I don't usually discuss. I don't usually discuss potential future characters until they are introduced, and if they're not introduced, well, they're just not discussed. I feel like discussing that stuff could lead into the realm of spoilers. Favorite Kaizo Mario mod that I've played? I'd have to remember. I've played so many at this point. Uh-oh. That's high! I lost all my momentum. Whoops! Charmy's probably either traumatized or overly mature from Vector exposing him to mature content. Am I supposed to, like, be ducking there or something? Because I still need to be big. I think I still need to be ducking there. Okay. That's gonna be the hard part. Okay, hang on a sec, guys. I think I'm going to see if there's anything I'm doing wrong in this room quickly. I'm worried I might be losing too much speed. So I'm just gonna see if there's... Did he push right at all there? Let me see. Yeah, I am doing something wrong. Alright then. I could also probably be holding the run button down. Oh, hi, Rapper. Hi, Lan. Yeah, technically Charmy would. Oh, whoops. Okay, but yeah, that is basically what I'm supposed to do. For now, let's just... Yeah, okay. And then that's the end of room 5. So not as bad as room 2, but it's still harder than rooms 3 and 4, I'd say, at least. Whoops, I missed. By about 2 years. I forgot to hold the jump button down. Hi, area? Oh, I missed. Yeah, Sonic Boy, you're leaving a good impression. I'm not leaving the best impression in this room, though. I'm starting to fail again. Why'd I let go of the jump button? That was dumb of me. I don't like it when that happens. Confound it. Alright. Oh, I missed him. Oh, I'm close. I'm close. Then after that, I can't mess up the thwomp jump, which that will actually be hard. Oh, I didn't make it. Lots of world building against Bridge from watching summaries of all 16 mainline phones. That's a lot of information to get a hold of. That's a lot of information. Yeesh. Sounds like you've been busy. Really busy. Oh, what? Well, let's at least get some practice with this again. You see, I failed it that time. So, that would have been upsetting if I actually did everything right and then messed up there. So, could have been worse. Could have been worse. Ah, just drop. Stop, drop, and splat. Ouch. My head. Blah. Also, it's kind of cruel that this has 7 rooms. Usually these final castle areas are at most 5 rooms in Kaizo tradition. I don't like it when I mess up. Fine, let's just practice this. You see, I royally failed anyway. So I wouldn't have made it anyway, even if I did do everything else right. No, I hit the spike! Shoot! I wouldn't have made it anyway. I hit the spike. That at least makes me feel a little better about my previous failure. One of these days I'll get everything right, but then I'll mess up at the thwomp jump and have to do it all over again. But again, it's not controlled flight. As long as controlled flight is not coming back, because we already got tested on it. How much do you want to bet the final last goal of the whole exam's a double shell jump? Yeah, room 5 complete! Now it's time for room 6. Okay, lots of shell work. That's kind of scary. Yeah, okay. I'm probably going to be doing a lot of fumbling here. All Tales That Bond episodes are canon in this ongoing story. Thanks, Sonic Boy. I might need it. Jeez. No! This is hard. Darn it! I need to do a smaller jump at the start here. I don't know what I did wrong, but I did something wrong. Did I jump too early, or...? I don't know what I'm doing here. I chanced that 3. What? I just said every Tales of Bond episode is canon. Why would a Tales of Bond episode not be canon? I wouldn't have a reason to make it otherwise. Okay. Maybe like that. That might work. Well, it didn't work that time. Wow, I'm bad at this. Yeah, okay, that's funny. Hurdy, hur. I did it again. No, I said all the Tales of Bond episodes are canon to the story. Now, I probably should not say it's canon to the Sonic the Hedgehog games because, well, it's not endorsed by Sega. So, relative to the games, probably shouldn't consider canon. This is my alternate take on the origin story. But in regards to the story I'm telling, they're all canon to it. I am only making things more confusing, I am sure. Can I at least get past the first part, please? Well, yes, the YouTube stream server is good compared to yesterday, and I'll have time again. Last weekend was too busy. I had too much other stuff going on. But I'm back! But I won't be back next week because, well, I won't be available to stream next week. I've got other things to do next weekend. But that's why I'm doing this now! Yes. In regards to this origin story that I'm making, every numbered episode of the Tales That Bond is canon to each other. They all happen. It can be kind of difficult. LPR. I'm not sure what that is, but it doesn't sound good. What? I'm going to take a wild guess. Something like... lung problematic respiratory? I don't know. That doesn't make any sense, what I just said. But yeah, it is a bit hard. And the older I get, the harder it does admittedly kind of get to do the higher up voices. I sort of have to push myself a little more as I get older. Doing Tails' voice was a bit easier back when I was a teenager. can't even get past this first jump. I like to say they're not important to the overall main story context. You could say they're canon if you want, but they don't really have any real significance to what happens in them. I try to make it so that they can fit snugly in with the Tales of Spawn episodes, but they're not necessary viewing. Maybe I just have to run onto the platform. I don't feel like I'm getting enough P speed. I don't know what I'm doing here. I haven't got a clue. I can't jump high enough for that. What do I do here? I don't know what I'm doing here. I don't know what the goal is. I can imagine Dragon Ball. I'm not familiar enough with Transformers to venture a guess, though. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing here. This doesn't make sense to me. I don't really do crossover stuff like that, Lance. I'm not the largest fan of crossover stories. I never think they're very good. That's my personal, probably a hot take, honestly. Acid reflux that damages your esophagus, vocal cords, and doesn't have heartburn, which is why it's sometimes called silent reflux. Basically, you can't eat acid, mint, children. You can't eat mint. You can't eat mint.
I'm so sorry. That's a punishment that's so worse than death. No mint. If I couldn't eat mints, I would have to die!
Isn't that a little extreme?
Yes. I like mint, okay?
Whoa! I can't do this! This is too hard! I don't even know how to do this first part! Like, what's the solution here? I don't know, I've just never been the largest fan of crossover stories. I always feel like they sort of compromise a good story for, like, fan service. That's just me personally. It probably has changed. This is too hard. No, I'm not gonna make it. I don't know what to do. And you know what? Maybe I should take a break because this just keeps going on and on and on and I don't know what to do. I'm going to take a bathroom break. Yes. Where's the hockey button? Hockey, hello? No hockey. Okay, I'm back. I looked into what I'm supposed to do, and I'm just gonna say... How was I supposed to guess this? You throw the shell up, and then you let go of the run button and run into the shell. And now... I'm gonna mess it all up. Yep, I have to do that. I missed. But now that I know, this should go a little more smoothly. Don't you just love immediately jinxing yourself? Great! Okay, I get it. It's funny, ha ha. Do you see me laughing anymore? I'm not laughing. Darn it. Wow, this is hard to time. Funny thing is, despite the Tails game being hard to do, I can still essentially do a falsetto. I can do a falsetto! But Tails is... The way I specifically do Tails' voice is a bit of a squeakier variety, which does make it more difficult. Alright. That was wrong. Oops. Well, I'm not gonna get into the specifics of who's in and not yet because, well, that goes into stuff yet to be revealed. And that's not how I roll. I don't want to spoil things. It ruins the fun of actually seeing a new episode for the first time, if you know. That's why even in exclusive animation streams, I'm still very careful of what I show, and if I feel things are getting too spoilery, I may just refuse to do such things, even for the Channel 3 members that paid. To me, it is not worth spoiling something massive. I believe in the element of surprise. Hi. Oh, good grief. I thought I was holding up. Oops, I was holding the run button. That's bad. We don't want to hold the run button. I want to beat this level today. Because if I quit this stream and this stage is not cleared, I'll be forced to do it all over again. And that would not be fun. Yeah, that's why I don't do that. I'm sure I was still holding up. I full-on missed the shell. Ooh, don't get tired now. This is not the time to get tired. This is serious. Woo! No getting tired. Tired is bad. Aww. No, stop messing it up. I wish no matter which way Mario hit the shell here, it would always go right instead of left. How do I keep messing that part up? That part's not that hard. I didn't make it. I just didn't make it. You troll master. I messed that up big time. Oh, come on. Stop with that. I made it plenty the first few times. There's no reason I shouldn't be able to do it again. Unbelievable! It keeps happening! Darn it, I was too far to the right. What? Thought I was holding up still. Oh boy. I don't drink energy drinks and I don't drink soda either. Or coffee. Yeah, also that supposedly would energize you. I don't drink it. Darn it! I just want to do it. I want to do the thing. Oh my gosh, I can't do the thing! I hit the spike! Arrgh, I hate it when that happens. Darn! Why can't I do this anymore? There we go. Oh my gosh, it missed! How did that miss? It tasted bitter. Ugh, that doesn't sound great at all. Not again. What? This is not good. I can't even reach the shell anymore. Flip-flop! Oh. I don't know if I need to press the shell or use it later. You know what? I think I need to take it to the end with me, actually. Most likely, there's going to be a block that requires a P-switch to eliminate. That's my guess. I wonder what the scientific explanation for that is, Earl. It's intriguing. Regarding the sleep part of it. Sing a song of tales.
How could I sing a song with all this going on? It's just so much to do, I don't have a clue!
Oh my gosh, he clobbered my head. I might be in this room a while now. The Super Bowl, I honestly could not care less about the Super Bowl personally. It's just a football game and I don't have the slightest bit of interest in football. Period. So I don't really care who wins. It's just a random game to me. I missed the shell! What gives? I definitely need to bring that P-switch to the end. Yeah, see? There we go. Oh, wait, that's the end of the room. I can do this. I can do this. If that's the end of the room, then I can do this. You know what? That works too. Okay, I gotta jump lower. Yeah, I just realized I don't actually need to use the shell to get past that, actually. So if I... Yeah. Okay. I don't know if that's intended or not, but I'll take it. If a team has to win, it should be the one that's most similar to Tails. That's all I'm gonna say. That's my 2 cents on the whole thing. Oh, well, that's fine. That's not fine. Oh, not again. I hate it when that happens. Very violent hooligans. Yeah, that would do it. But I think I'd take England football over American football. Because American football, ugh. Oh. Just take the old British football, aka soccer, honestly. I'm a little scared of that part. I don't like missing the shell. No, Tails would be more for a robotics competition. But would he join a robotics competition? I feel like it wouldn't be fair. He would easily win by a landslide. He's too smart. He's unfortunately too smart to be in such competitions. Which I bet that bums Tails out a little bit. He knows that if he was in a competition, it would sort of be unfair. He would entirely win, but he would want to do it so much because it would seem like so much fun for him. Let's face it, this is why Son does kart racing. It's the only way he can actually enjoy a legitimate challenge with racing. Because if it's a foot race, who's going to beat him? Alright, I'm gonna lose my spin jump after I step on the switch. I kind of forgot about that. And now I know there's a troll with chucks, so that's just great. These guys are mad that I don't like football, so they're gonna try and keep me from ever winning this final exam. Wow, all because I don't care about football. I'm sorry, it's not my fault my brain's wired to not care for sports. Ow. Yes. What I have to wonder is, why the name change when bringing it to America? And why call the sports game that utilizes hands a lot more football? As far as I'm concerned, I think the foot in football is only used for, like, the initial kick. I think. Like, it doesn't make much sense to call it a football. It's not even shaped like a foot. At least in soccer, you're pretty much only using your feet. I messed up already. Whew. Okay, now I'm just messing this part up. Whoops! There's still one more room after this. One more room to endure. Darn it! Stupid football player. Oh, whoops. There we go. The little rascals. No, I saw a little bit of the cereal that was made back in the 30s and such, a little bit, but never the movie. Oh, I stepped on a spike! Well, don't come to me for answers, Earl, because I don't have the answer. Arg! Whoops, I missed. I once tried basketball when I was like in the 3rd grade because I just was sort of entertained trying to shoot the ball into a hoop, but when I tried the actual sport, I immediately realized I didn't like it. And after that season of young basketball, I stopped and didn't play basketball again. I don't mind playing basketball type games like around the world and such. That I think can honestly be fun. Yes, room 7. Okay. Well, that happened. This is the final room, guys. After this, the final exam is done. Oh, jeez. To be the champ? I mean, I can understand that, but I don't know why people have to go, like, barbarian over watching the game. That's the part I don't understand. Like, they treat it like only the team they like is good and everyone else is a bunch of a-holes. My dad can sometimes be like that when watching the big football game. Like, there's something about certain sports that can just turn the spectators into absolute monsters, and I don't enjoy that at all. And as for playing sports, well, I just don't really enjoy activities where you, like, have to get physical. I get hurt easy. And I just don't like the very heavy competitive nature of it. By nature, I'm not the most competitive person in the world generally. And I just don't find the games as fun to watch. That might partially be because of sports audiences in general. Feels a little too rah-rah for my tastes. But again, that's me. My brain doesn't connect with sports. Okay, I'll need to slow down there, I guess. Nope. Didn't make it. Oh, I see what I'm gonna have to do there. Oh no, a frame perfect jump. I see a frame perfect jump coming. Whoops, that was wrong. That was actually a pretty good attempt. I gotta say. That went better than I thought it would. Yeah. And forget if it's like a youth team, like a group of middle schoolers, and then everyone goes barbaric because the team their son is in isn't winning, so then they start yelling and screaming at the kids on the other team as if they're horrible people. Like, when that happens, you need to reevaluate your priorities because clearly they're not in the right place. Not if you're badgering and bad-mouthing other children that are just trying to get accustomed to the sport. Hi, Adam. What? What happened there? There we go. I was worried I was not gonna make it. No, I messed it up. Pressed the buttons too early. Whoops. Okay, this is a very fast-paced final room. But unlike Controlled Flight, I can at least see this as an enjoyable enough challenge. Whoops. I think this is gonna... Oh, good. I can't tell if it's 4 bounces or 5. Or I don't know how many bounces yet, actually. Just kind of going through the motions. Whoops. Arrgh! I pushed down the spin jump button too late. Oh, I didn't make it. Episode 7 is not coming out anytime in the near future, so I wouldn't recommend asking for quite a while. Oh, come on. Why am I messing up? There. I'm not getting this timing down. Oh! Come on, this is the final room! After this, I win the final exam. So please, just let me win. I didn't do a frame-perfect jump. Darn it. Okay, so I did 5 bounces. I need to jump high up by the 5th bounce. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my gosh. You know, it's actually kind of hard to keep track. It happens really quick. Maybe it is 4. Ah! No. Well, you could basically consider episodes 1 through 4 to be the first season. That's sort of the end of the first arc of the series, per se. We're technically, in a sense, in the second one right now. Episode 5 started the second one, where we kind of start delving into Sonic's personal struggles, taking care of Tails more, and gradually learning to accept the help from others. So this second season is kind of more of a Sonic-centric one, whereas season 1, shall we call it, was kind of a little more about Tails. The second one gave us more insight into Sonic, but it was explicitly about what to do with Tails, so it was still fully centered around Tails. While Sonic might have had a bit of a smaller part in episode 5 compared to like episode 6, episode 5 was to start setting up those struggles of Sonic that started getting more fleshed out in the 6th episode. I knew that was gonna happen. Whoops. So yeah, episodes 5 through 8 can basically be seen as the second season. And episode 7 will continue to build on from what episode 6 established, basically. And episode 8 will follow from episode 7. After that, it kind of becomes more of an indirect catalyst for things to come. Sort of like with episodes 1 through 4, each episode very directly aligned with the previous, and then when we get to episode 5, those kind of become more of an indirect thing, like the stuff that was established in the first 4 episodes do sort of affect the motivations of Sonic and Tails in the future episodes, but the events aren't as closely connected, as could probably be established by the fact that episode 5 was the first time there was a legitimate time jump in between episodes. I can do this. This is the final room. This is room 7. The game wouldn't lie. There's no more challenges after room 7, correct? Darn it! I messed up the frame perfect jump again. Darn it! Hi, Benjamin. Oh, that was really bad. Really bad. Ugh. Well, the Tales of the Bond is something I've kind of wanted to do since I was in the 11th grade. By the time I got the first episode done, I was entering my final semester of college, so the idea was brewing for a while. Why can't I do a frame perfect jump anymore? I know how to do frame perfects. Aww, man. What a pity. I got too messy. I knew it. I knew I messed it up. I knew I messed it all up. Ugh.
I knew it. I knew it was too late.
And that there was nothing I could do about it. Oh, that's unfortunate. Darn it!
Oh, it sped past me. You slippery slick.
What? How long is this? And also, that was really bad in the end. What I died in wasn't a very difficult section. It actually had a lot of room for error, and I really messed up bad. Ah, it was too far ahead. Yeah, okay, I actually had a feeling that was gonna happen. It just sort of felt off that time. Well, that I wasn't expecting. Oh man! I kinda knew I was going to panic and slip up completely. Hang on, I'm a little itchy. That's better. Ugh! Ag! Ag attack! Darn it. What? Ow. Ow. Whew. There we go. That's good. I didn't do the frame perfect jump. I didn't do the frame perfect jump. Oh, I was too far away. I think the block actually moves, like, a smidgen faster than you. Alright, fine. Well, I guess I can't see what comes after because I died. No, okay, that was terrible. I don't know what I was thinking that time. That was just terrible. Nope, I knew it. Not happening. Not happening. The tails that bond. Not happening at all. I already have 2 animation projects in the works. And they have more cohesive stories. Darn it! Sure looks like I'm doing frame perfect. Ow. Oops, that's that. No, no, no! I was too late! What? I even let myself back up a bit, and it still wasn't enough. It happened again! The same exact thing happened again! Okay, that first jump I made was way too big. Too big. The second jump was too big this time. There we go. No, oh, what did I do? Gone to a convention, no. I've only ever seen one Comic-Con in my life, and it wasn't a Sonic-themed one. I don't really travel much, and going to a convention usually means traveling numerous states away. And I can't afford to take time off for stuff like that yet. I haven't been in my job long enough to even think of asking for such time off. I can't do that. Plus, it would also cost me money to get there, and I don't really feel like spending a lot of money on a very far, long trip. Even then, I don't know, I'd probably find it maybe a little overwhelming. I'm not exactly the biggest fan of going to super large crowded areas for long periods of time. I find it kind of overstimulating. I don't know if the convention stuff is for me. Like, that's usually the kind of thing I can handle for about 2 hours at most, and then I'm just, like, tired. I don't think I have the proper mind for a multi-day long convention. What a miss! I mean, I'm sure it could be fun, but if I was to go to a convention, I'd want it to be one that's not too far where I live, so that I can just go for a little bit, and then go home. Then I'd really be able to enjoy it. But, like, if I have to travel super far away, which kind of puts me just stuck being there, I think it'd be too much for me before long. Old animations of Baby Tails and Sonic. I never really did Baby Tails. It's always been Toddler Tails. The only one that could semi-constitute is the Learning to Walk one, which that was just me trying to make a test video a little more interesting than just like, oh, here's this one animation cycle. But I never technically had Tails as a baby. He's always been a toddler in mine. Not really ever a baby. And honestly, my animations, he's still as old as he was then, pretty much. Technically, even younger. But yeah, I've been to like one Comic Con in my life. My brother wanted to see the man who voiced Big Bird, Carol Spinney. This was about a few months before he passed away. So we went to see him. We also saw Johnny Young Bosch, which was pretty cool. And I believe that Comic Con was actually where I got my Silver the Hedgehog plush. Hi, Snowflake Claps Up. Are you under a different name? Because I don't recall that name, actually. Jeez, come on. That part is when things lighten up, and yet that's where I do worse. It's weird. Like, that stuff is technically less perfection than this part. Uh-oh. Oh, I can't progress any further without the boss, so I can't see what's beyond. Shoot. Whew. Darn it! Oh, I can't read that. I don't know how to say that stuff or what it means. So I'm just not going to say anything, because I can't understand that. The only thing I can understand is Brazil. much just keeps going on and on. I'd say it does feel like a pretty fitting challenge for the final room. Oh, shoot! Okay, that's sounding familiar. Unfortunately, I don't recall the name. Did you have this name last time? Because I don't recall a snowflake collapse, actually. I feel like you might have been under a different name last time. Snowflake collapse. I don't recall a snowflake collapse. I recall someone asking about tips for animating. I just... Was that your name last time? You'll have to excuse me. Names are not my greatest forte. I've been at this for so long now. But I don't want to end the stream at 6 if I'm not done with this level yet. Because I don't want to do this whole level over again. If I shut off the game, that's it. I have to do this whole level over again just to get back here. That's not worth it. This is so difficult. Okay, good. I was actually able to keep up with it. Ah! Yep, I've been in this level since 3 o'clock. This is the last room of 7. Oh! I figured you had to have changed your name. What? Really? That wasn't good enough? I thought I salvaged myself. Yeah. And the thing is, this game doesn't save checkpoints, I believe, so if I end the stream before I finish this level, all of this progress is gone. All of it. So I need to beat this room so that the level can be cleared. I mean, outside of room 2, it wasn't too bad until like room 6. Rooms 2, 6, and 7 are the absolute hard ones. And room 1 was actually kind of tricky too. Ah, come on! What? What happened? No! Ow. Yes, you did ask that last time, and the last time was like, what, 3 weeks ago? I believe I can too, but eesh, might take a little longer than the average time I give to these streams. I knew it. I knew that was gonna happen. Nope, I kind of knew that was a lost cause. Ay. This could be bad. Okay, salvaged it. Did not salvage that, on the other hand. Ow. Ow. I knew it. Well, for the most part, the progress report I released back on the 31st of January is basically the progress that's been done on the animations. I did get an extra minute done of episode 7 since then, so that's a little different. And I'm working on getting more work done on Snow Fox, which hasn't really changed too much percentage-wise yet. Oh, shoot. Oh, well, let's just see what's up ahead. That's the end. Okay. I kind of want to watch how that last part works, because I feel like I don't actually comprehend it. So I'm just going to do that really quickly. I'm just going to look at it. Let me just see how this works, because I'm not confident that I actually understand. That looks terrifying. That looks absolutely terrifying. No, I don't want to do that. But I do believe that's the end afterwards. This final exam will finally be aced. I gotta throw it farther, or I'm never gonna make it. But no, I guess there's no double shell jumps in this. I'm kind of shocked, actually. I'm kind of shocked that there's no double shell jump in this final exam. is it, though? I think some Regents exams can go on for like 3 hours. We technically haven't reached 3 hours yet. Let's see, in military time it would be 1732 right now. Of course, I don't tend to do time in military time because, well, I'm an American. And we use AM PM time. But I do know military time all the same. Alright. Nice enough, Lake. Thanks. I need to beat this. I need to beat this. I've gone into the last stretch, so there's no excuse. I have to do it now. There we go. And then you guys spin jump on that block and you're done. That's it. That's everything left. After that, it's over. So I'm close. But I'm scared. Oh, good luck with that. Yes! 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 It's over! It's over! I beat the final exam! I did it! I beat the final exam! I did it! I did it! I did it! I did it! Dance with me, Tails! I did it! Dance with me, Sonic! I did it! Dance with Tails! I did it! Dance! You got to see the end. Well, sort of. It says there's 40 exits, so I think there's some special levels to take care of still, so I don't think I'm actually quite done with this hack yet. Now, if getting into the special exits require getting the dragon coins, that's busted, so I'm not even going to deal with it if that's the case. But otherwise, we'll just see what happens after the credits. Ugh, but I did it. 2 hours and 35 minutes today. And I fit in like 15 minutes of this last stream, so yeah, it's still less than 3 hours, but geez, that was not easy at all. But I did it, and I'm so glad I did. It's gonna be Superstar meeting Mario Galaxy music. Alright. Now let's see. Playtesters. There's still 25 minutes, so if there's more to do after, then I guess I'll just jump straight into it till 6 o'clock. But at this point, I can safely end at 6 o'clock since I did what I wanted to do. Pass the final exam. Oh gosh. And to think, after this hack, I jump into medium level Kaizo hacks. We've been in easy level Kaizo hacks this whole time. Since I started doing Kaizo, we have been doing easy level Kaizo hacks. These are the easy ones. Oh! Oh, I have to push a button. I didn't know I had to push a button. That previous guy was the guy that made the Baby Kaizo World hack. I think. Nexus. Yep, these have been the easy level hacks. You graduated! Oh, it feels good to have finally done that, but yeah, I think there's still a special world left to take care of. Yep, we're not done yet! Harder item tricks. Oh boy, there's more! 6 more levels! Welcome to the special world. Here, you'll find seldom used Kaizo tricks that are not really applicable and not as important to know. This level teaches you about the more difficult item tricks you can do. Yoshi shell jumps are harder since you have less room to land on the shell. Yoshi shell jumps are a 3-frame window. Yoshi interacts with items immediately after being spat out. I did it. Alright, there we go. To do a turnaround drop shell jump, press left for ideally 1 frame to reach max run speed. This allows you to face left while moving right. You can hold right after, but only hold it for a max 7 frames after the first left press, else you will face right again. This sounds confusing. I missed. It's probably like, that probably was the right idea, just wrong timing. Alright, so yeah, I'm just gonna go with this until 6 o'clock, see how far we get during that time. What? How am I gonna do this? Am I holding the jump button too long, perhaps? Maybe. Why do I keep wanting to hold the jump button? That's why! Alright, bye, area. No, I'm letting go of the wrong button. I'm confused. I'm confused. Darn it. Darn it, I'm trying to figure it out! But I can't figure out the timing. This is confusing me. Wouldn't it be easier to just do that? I don't know. But I should get this right, because for the exam it's going to be necessary. I feel like I'm losing too much speed. Oh, gosh. I just don't know what I'm doing. I might have to just start looking at videos for this. Special World! Oh, I'm doing the complete wrong thing? Oh. I am doing the wrong thing, darn it! But he keeps kicking it. Why is he still kicking it? Wait, why am I still kicking it? I'm confused. What? Am I supposed to be... I'm so confused. I'm not understanding. I feel like I'm not supposed to be kicking it, but I am. This isn't working. I think I need to be holding down at some point. Yeah, I think I need to be holding down. I'm trying to figure this out. I'm just not getting it. Am I ever gonna get this? Okay, like that. It's like that, I believe. No, bad timing, bad timing. I gotta let go of the shell earlier, I think. before I start falling. Because I'm always like too low or something. There we go, I did it! You can run into a falling shell without pressing Y to kick it. If the shell moves too fast, you let go of Y too late. Yep, okay. I've done this kind of thing before, I believe. In the original Learn to Kaizo, I think. Yeah, there we go. I've done that kind of thing before. To do a mid... Oh, no. To do a mid-air shell jump, press left for ideally 1 frame a little before you normally throw the shell, and hold right after. This is like doing a left-right. No, you need... Yeah, I might have to skip this one. If you throw the shell to the left, you throw too early. If you throw the shell to right and miss it, you throw too late. Oh, no, 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 no! I can't do it. I've never been able to do a mid-air shell jump once in my life. And clearly this won't be in the exam because it gives you the option to skip it. I have never done this once in my entire life, and I've done Kaizo for a few years now. Ugh. Ooh. I should probably just skip this one, honestly. What makes me think I'm gonna master it now? I'm just gonna skip this, honestly. I'll never finish this hack if I actually do it. If I actually commit to this. Even Clint Stevens did a mid-air shell jump. Mid-air springboard jumps are the same inputs as mid-air shell jumps. However, you want to do the input slightly earlier. Note you do not need P speed. I have done these before, however. They're annoying, but I've done them. But I don't think I want to hold down the run button afterwards. Or also just grab it again. Maybe I should just do a little practice here first. I have done this before. The reason they don't let you skip is because it actually is easier to pull off. I'm not doing it right at all.
Oh, I can do it. I know I can do it. Why can't I do it anymore? I used to actually do these. That might have been it if I didn't press the run button again. I mean, I could always just check. I don't know. I'm gonna try a different way. Yeah, that works. P-switch jumps are frame perfect. To allow for a bigger window, slide your hand from B to A so you can jump off the P-switch on 2 different frames. Oh, I was still holding the wrong button. Whoops. There we go. You can do multiple key jumps without moving horizontally. Stand about half a block away. It helps to hold B as you are falling. Yeah, I've done this a lot. I've done this before. Granted, I was never consistent at it. Now, gonna have to do 3 successful jumps to get up this with the key. Come on. Get up. Get up. Man, I need practice with this. Got pushed away. Darn it, I used to be able to actually do this decently consistently, and now I'm just not getting it at all. Come on. I know this isn't what it's recommending to do, but maybe I'll find it easier. Arrgh! And I have to do this 3 times in a row. One. I'm on it for like 1 frame and then I bounce off. Oh, well, it's 6 o'clock, so time is up. That's it for this hack. We're clearly not done yet. So, next time I play Kaizo, I'm still going to be in Kaizo Kindergarten doing all this stuff. Yay. But that's for another time. Until then, this has been Tails409. I'm glad you at least saw me get through the final exam. At least we did that. Have a nice day.